Sup everyone, it's time for the Bookish Scenario tag, and I know Jesse the reader just posted this and it looked like tons of fun, so I decided to do it too because guess what? I don't care enough to be tagged because, yeah, let's do this. So, there's a scenario and you have a book, like always. So one of the first question is, you have to get rid of all your books for some reason. Okay, that's terrible. But you can only keep one book from each of these genres: contemporary, fantasy, nonfiction, and one other of your choice. So what I chose for this, for my contemporary, I chose the book that I just finished. It is The Beginning of Everything by Robin Schneider. It was so good. I read it in 2 days and I loved it, in 5 stars and everything. I don't think I'm gonna do a review on this, mostly because for contemporaries, I don't really have much to say since it's just like humans on Earth. But I'm gonna go ahead and say, so reminiscent of a John Green book, like Looking for Alaskan Paper Towns was actually really similar to this, the plot, plus the writing style was just really similar to John Green, full of Harry Potter references, so I need that in my life. For fantasy, I picked Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas, and just yesterday, I got Air of Fire. The book jacket is right there if you can see it, and the real book is right here. Look how big it is. It's so perfect. I'm so glad. But yeah, Throne of Glass, just because I love it so much and it's fantastical. Now this one, I swear I did not try to copy off Jesse, because the next one is a nonfiction book, and I don't read nonfiction. I don't think I've read a nonfiction book in my life. Seriously. Like, actually sat down and read a nonfiction book. But he said this answer and it was really awesome and cool, and I agreed, mostly because it is the only nonfiction that I have read and concordant to, and that's the Bible. The Holy Bible. Yeah, the Bible. So, not trying to copy Jesse. I know. And then for the genre of my choosing, I randomly chose science fiction. Even it's random because I really don't like science fiction, but I just finished Cinder and Scarlet, but I loved it so much that I had to make sure I had it with me because it's so fantastical and I love it so much. Okay, so the next scenario is, you're in a bookstore and you hear a teenager telling their mom, "Mom, I just don't like to read." But the mom is trying to encourage the kid to pick something. So you go up and recommend a book that is great for people who aren't really big on reading. Now, my first instinct is to say The Fault in Our Stars, just because I recommend that to everybody. Like, hey, what's your favorite book? Fault in Our Stars. What book should I read? Fault in Our Stars, you know how it is. But I personally don't think that's a very good book to start with, just because, like, you don't want, if you're not big on reading and you get recommended a book, you don't want to have some downer that's going to stress you out and stuff, like Tifios. So my number one choice for almost anything other than Fault in Our Stars, and it's Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. Anything by Rick Riordan will work because he's funny and cool and accurate and awesome and smart, and Lightning Thief. So much Lightning Thief. Okay. You're in a bad mood and you need a pick-me-up, a book that you know will make you happy. So what is a book that will put you in a good mood? And I picked Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, since most of the books that I would have chosen are already in the pile, such as The Lightning Thief or Beginning of Everything. But this book is so fantastical and so perfect and cute and great, and I just kind of want to pet it for life. So Fangirl, read that book. And now your friend, you go back to your teen years. What book are you probably reading? Well, I'm 14 right now. What am I reading right now? Well, right now I'm reading Air of Fire, but since that's not the meaning behind the question, the answer that I have chosen is The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan, because I was reading this in my teen years, and I am reading this in my teen years since the series is not yet complete. But that's not a very good question since I'm a teenager as of now, but I was reading this ever since I've been like 10. It was just, I love it. So, now, your friend surprises you with a 4-day trip, but you only have 1 hour to pack. What book are you gonna bring? I decided for this one to go with Divergent by Veronica Roth, mostly because, again, all the choices that I would have picked were already in the stack. Plus, I love Divergent. I really do. Allegiant didn't ruin everything in the universe for me. I mean, yeah. But this book is nice and thick, so you have enough time to enjoy it over your trip. And it just has everything. It has action and romance and just, just the dystopian qualities. It's really good for everybody, I think, just because it has a little bit of everything for everything. If that makes sense. Now, okay. You have been robbed and everybody is safe and everything's okay, but your bookshelf has been raided. No, I really wish that wouldn't happen, but what book do you hope is safe? Come on, everybody. What is it? What is it? Fault in Our Stars by John Green. Not only is it my favorite book ever, it is my signed copy. And if my signed copy were to be hurt or stolen, pain. Pain. Okay. And come on, you guys get that too, don't you? Okay. You loaned a book to a friend and then they return it to you in bad condition. No. Do you A, pretend that you never even noticed it, B, ask them politely to repurchase the same copy of the same book for you, or C, secretly do just the same to one of their books? Now, like, I would definitely not do that to someone else's book, because the wrongs don't make a right, plus I wouldn't hurt a book. And honestly, to me, like, pretending you didn't notice is just like letting them walk over you and like they need to know how you feel. So I would ask them to purchase me a new copy and like this, signed like this. See, like if you loaned it out and it comes back to you in bad shape, before you give it back to me saying, okay, here you go, and it's all beat up and crappy, you should have already bought me another copy of the book, just out of politeness and just out of like, I messed up something that wasn't my own. How would you do that? But still, like, you should have already thought of this. Like, if you give it back to me damaged, you just thought, you know what, she's a book lover and I'm her friend and I ruined something, so I should replace it. So I think that I would probably ask them very politely if they could replace it. So yeah, that was the Bookish Scenario tag. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.